How Roma could line up if Mourinho lands his January window targets. Jose Mourinho is expected to dip back into the transfer market during the January window in an effort to revive Roma's top four hopes. His first season at the Stadio Olimpico has been riddled with inconsistency, and halfway into the season they are 6 points adrift of the Champions League places. Their 4-1 away victory against title-contending Atalanta showed just what the team are capable of, but their following 1-1 draw with Sampdoria, in which they conceded an 80th-minute equalizer, showed there is still much work to be done. Mourinho, though, did make some shrewd signings in his first summer at the club, including Rui Patricio from Wolves and Tammy Abraham from Chelsea. The latter has made an instant impact, scoring 12 goals in 25 appearances across all competitions this season. Roma also signed Roger Ibanez from Atlanta, who has been a regular part of their defense alongside Chris Smalling and Gianluca Mancini, while Matias Vina has done a respectable job as cover for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola since his arrival in the summer from Palmeiras. Mourinho, who knows the Premier League like the back of his hand, could be set to raid the league again in the January transfer window. Sportsmail takes a look at Mourinho's wishlist, as well as what the team could look like come the end of January. Right wing-back Diogo Dalot has emerged as a target for Roma and his former boss Mourinho. The Roma manager knows the Portuguese full-back well after signing him for Manchester United from Porto back in 2018, 6 months before Mourinho left Old Trafford. Dalot struggled for playing time at the club before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's departure in November. The Norwegian manager preferred to play Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right-back, and Dalot was loaned out to AC Milan last season. However, since Solskjaer's departure, Dalot's career at Old Trafford has been brought back to life, and he has started 4 of their last 5 games. Italian publication Calcio Mercato had reported that Roma director Tiago Pinto made contact with Dalot's agent and that there had been an agreement in principle for the move to go ahead in January. The appointment of Ralf Rangnick, though, could scupper Mourinho's plans. Another potential option would be Barcelona's American fullback Sergiño Dest. Catalonian outlet El Nacional, as per OneFootball, have reported that Mourinho is keeping tabs on Dest, who can also play as left back. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has also been linked with a loan move to the Serie A side, and though he prefers to play in midfield, he would also be able to play as Roma's right wing-back, having featured on the right side of Arsenal's defense in the past. Midfield Roma are keen to bolster their midfield options, which normally consist of French international Jordan Veretout, Euro 2020 winner Brian Cristante and captain Lorenzo Pellegrini. The Serie A side have offered a 6-month loan deal for Maitland-Niles with the prospect of the transfer becoming permanent for £8.4 million. Mourinho's club held discussions last week and have stepped up negotiations with an offer as they look to secure the 24-year-old's signature. Maitland-Niles was frustrated to see a move to Everton fall through in the summer after Arsenal blocked the transfer, and he has been keen to play irregular football, which he has been unable to get this season. As mentioned, he can also play as a right-sided forward as well as right-back, which would give the Italian side plenty of options. Chelsea midfielder Ruben Loftus-Cheek is also high up on Mourinho's wish list. According to Il Romanista, Mourinho is hoping Tammy Abraham can convince his former Chelsea teammate to ditch West London and join him in Italy. Loftus-Cheek knows Mourinho from the manager's second stint at Chelsea, making 3 league appearances as a teenager as part of their 2014-15 title-winning season. The 25-year-old is said to boast the characteristics that Mourinho is looking for in his new midfielder. Roma are said to be keen on an initial loan deal with an option to buy, and it's believed they would be willing to cover Loftus-Cheek's wages, believed to be around £170,000 per week. The Italian side have been linked with a number of other Premier League midfielders, including Tottenham's Harry Winks and Arsenal's Granit Xhaka. Xhaka had looked at one point likely to join Roma in the summer window, only to sign a new contract at Arsenal. Outside of the Premier League, Roma have been strongly linked with Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder Denis Zakaria. The 25-year-old Swiss defensive midfielder is in the last year of his contract and would be a more realistic signing come the summer as a free agent, though Roma could face heavy competition for his signature. Former Arsenal loanee Dani Ceballos has also been linked, though Spanish outlet Mundo Deportivo have reported that he could be on his way to Real Betis in the January window. How Roma could line up in February. Mourinho has used a number of different systems this season, but if he was to stick with 3 at the back, then there wouldn't be too much change across the defensive line and in the wing-back positions. Patricio has cemented his spot as Roma's #1 goalkeeper, While a back three of summer signing Ibanez, Smalling and Mancini seems to be nailed on until the end of the season, unless Mourinho decides to go for a centre-back. Spinazzola, who was arguably Italy's best player at the Euros before suffering his Achilles injury in their quarter-final victory over Belgium, is expected to return soon following his surgery in the summer. With an injury that serious, however, it could take some time for him to fully get back up to speed and feature regularly, so Vina could carry on as their main left wing-back for some time yet. Meanwhile on the other side, Dalot could come in at right wing-back ahead of Dutchman Rick Karsdorp if Mourinho is able to land the Portuguese player. Mourinho has been concerned about Roma's leaky defense in recent times, but could still switch back to a back four consisting of Vina, Smalling, Mancini and Dalot, putting Spinazzola back into the fold when he is fully fit on the left. And a midfield three, the head of the trio, would be covered by inspirational Roma captain Pellegrini. The Italian is undoubtedly their most important player and has scored 8 goals and registered 3 assists this season. Behind Pellegrini, Mourinho could opt to go for an English double-header in potential new signings Maitland-Niles and Loftus-Cheek. However, while both players would certainly get more playing time than they do at their current clubs, there is no certainty they would be regulars at Roma as they would face stern competition in midfield from Veretout and Cristante. Veretout in particular could be hard to get ahead of after scoring 4 goals and registering 5 assists in Serie A this season. Loftus-Cheek has made 17 appearances for Chelsea this campaign and would appear to be more likely to start over Maitland-Niles if it was a choice of the two. Though Maitland-Niles' versatility could help him cover a number of positions for Roma. This would leave England international Abraham and Italian Nicolo Zaniolo to play up front for Mourinho's side as the Portuguese manager looks to improve their fortunes in the second half of the season and lead Roma to their first Champions League campaign since 2018-19.